Before horseback, I was homeless, said drug addict. My mind was all over the place. I didn't know what was going on. I didn't really have much support.
Hello, I'm Jock Hutchison and I am the founder and the CEO of HorseBack UK. 10 years ago we moved to the farm to breed horses with no intention of setting up a charity. But I was fortunate enough to meet 16 young men that had come back from Afghanistan with what we call life-changing injuries. For all of them though, there was an issue of transitioning away from the family, the herd, the Marines, into a new world, and that transition is difficult even if you're 100% healthy.
I'm Louis Miles, I'm 31 years old and I'm from Chichester. I did 8 years in the 2nd Royal Tank Regiment and 2 tours of duty in Iraq. Before horseback I was homeless, said drug addict. My mind was all over the place. I didn't know what was going on. I didn't really have much support. My mum took me to the doctor first, and the doctor said about Help for Heroes, so I went to Help for Heroes, and then that's how I found out about horseback.
Hi, I'm Dougie. I'm the yard manager up here at HorseBack. I look after, well, the horse side of things. The horses help the veterans in quite a few different ways. One of the quotes I heard this year was the lad, he had bad problems with his temper, and he very quickly realised that getting angry is not going to work when you're working with a horse. So it slowed him down and made him think, how else can I get the horse to do what I want to do?
I think that for many of the people that come to horseback, the first thing that they identify with is the fact that many of the horses here have had to take their own journeys of recovery. And there is an instant empathy with the veterans that are here because they understand that the horse has to leave a job it loves, he's going to have to find a new career, and that empathy is because the veterans themselves are taking a very similar journey.
You can see they've got their own personalities. To me, like, I don't think there's any difference between us and them. It's like we're all just doing our thing, isn't it? I've been at horseback when they've had a horse just turn up that used to be an ex-racehorse, and you can see it's all excited, it's shaking, it's adrenaline pumped, and like you go back again in a year or two and it's calmed down. They can like chuck a carrier bag around its head and it won't budge. So you can see the horses are changing, and you can see that they're relaxing more, and it gives them another opportunity. And not only that, it then gives veterans that opportunity to do the same. Do you know what I mean? If the horse can do it, I can do it.
By helping one another, the horse helping the veteran helping the horse, both end up in a better place, having learnt a lot. And able to take on the new careers that, that they want to take on.
Dignity is a big thing as well. For some of the veterans who have been badly physically injured as well as mentally, one guy he says his kids came to visit him while he was here, and they were very small when he was deployed, and he says it was the first time since they were walked that they actually had to look up to him because he was no longer down in a chair, he was up on the horse. And it wasn't, oh, we've got to look after Daddy, it was like, oh my God, there's Dad, he's up on that horse. Wow, he's a cowboy. And he said once he'd stopped crying around the corner for 3 hours, he says it made him feel back to where he'd been before it all.
The main thing with horseback for me, doing the horse riding, when I was in that place, in a dark place, was that there is possibilities, there is something else other than just being in your little comfort zone. So it showed me new possibilities and a bit of self-esteem. It gave me a bit more confidence to go out and do things, and yeah, it was just a massively healing journey for me, and it started with horseback.
And if I was going to leave you with the thought would be this, that we as human beings can be hurt very easily. And if we label people with words like disabled, it focuses on what they can't do after they're hurt. I'm a real believer that we should focus on what people can do, not what they can.